Hi, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Sam.
And we're NB Board Gaming. And today we're going to be taking a look at our most covered game ever, which is Unmatched. This is the new two-character set of Unmatched. I am not going to try to say their names just so that I don't accidentally mispronounce them or, make a fool of myself.
Yeah.
But this is like a samurai set. This is Unmatched Sun's Origin. So we're going to do a little playthrough just so you can get an idea of how these characters play. And then we're going to come back and give you our thoughts on the characters and how much we like them and, or if we don't like them. So we'll let you know. So let's go ahead and head to the table.
Okay, so for this playthrough, Samantha is going to be playing, I'm just going to say Gozen, Tome, something like that. And I'm going to play Oda. So I'll be Oda here. The two different characters are, you have Gozen, move 2 range character that when an opposing hero leaves her zone, you deal 1 damage to that hero. Okay? So whenever they leave her zone, and it's not when you leave the zone or if you force them to leave kind of thing. It's when they leave. So that's how that goes. And then Oda here has a movement of 2. He also has 2 honor guard. All 3 characters are melee. And his special ability is the Master Strategist, where other friendly fighters in his zone add +1 to the value of their played combat card. So that can be defense or attack. So if they're in his zone, in my hero zone, then they get to add 1 to their values. The only thing is his cards do not benefit from that. Okay? So we're trying a little different setup for these Unmatched playthroughs. Hopefully this looks okay. But Samantha is starting us off as the beginning player, so we're going to go ahead and let her start us off.
Alright, I'm going to maneuver.
Samantha usually wins when we record, so...
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
We shall see.
Alright, so she moves, is it 2?
Yes.
So...
We're all 2.
We'll go 1, 2.
2.
Oh, this is the map I don't like. And then I'll draw another.
It's a castle.
I am not good with this map, I don't think.
No?
1, 2. Alright, your turn.
Okay, my turn. I am going to maneuver. And I am going to go... Let's see here. Ooh, do I want to boost? I think I might want to boost. Yeah, I'm going to boost with my defense card so I can move 4. So move everybody 4. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to go 1, 2. So that is my first action. And then for my second action, I am going to attack using my red honor guard.
Okay.
So I'll play my card up there. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. Bum, 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 bum.
Okay. We'll play this.
Okay, we're going to put them up here so they can see, and then we'll flip them over. So it's a 4 to a 2. Mine has an immediate effect, which says if the opposing fighter is flanked, then I cancel the effects of my opponent's card. So you are flanked here, which is a special thing that comes in this set to where if you are adjacent to 2, or if 2 of my guys are adjacent to an enemy, they're considered flanked. So in this case, your effect will be canceled. So it is a 4, but they're also in Oda's zone, so he gets a +1, so it's a 5 to 2. So Tome takes 3 damage down to an 11. Because your during combat is canceled based on the flanking. And then after combat, I can move my fighter up to 2 spaces. And so with that, I'm going to move my red fighter 2 spaces this way. And then that is my second turn, so now it's up to you. And we can discard these. Back to you.
Okay. All right.
So now she's at 11. She started at 14.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Let's okay. I'm gonna maneuver.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go here.
All right.
And then for my second action, I'm going to attack.
Okay. I'm assuming you're attacking my main guy?
Yes.
Okay. So you get to flip. It's a 7 to a 3.
Mm-hmm.
I have an immediate where I cancel the effects on my opponent's card. So this attack can only target... Yours is your big one.
Really matter.
You can only target a fighter adjacent to you. And you have to play it face up. So you would have to have played that face up anyway. But it's okay. It wouldn't have changed what I played. So I just take 4. So I take 4. That means I'm down to 9, and your turn ends immediately.
That was done anyway.
Okay. Yep. And it says end your turn. So if you play it first, then it'd be over.
Right.
All right. Well, then I am going to maneuver. I'm going to go 1 there. I'm going to stay there. My second action is that I am going to scheme with reinforce. So I get to pick 2 different effects here. So each friendly fighter can recover a health. I can draw 2 cards, or I can engage in action. So I pick 2 different ones. I'm going to do that each friendly... No. I think I'm going to draw 2 cards and gain 1 action. So I'm going to draw 2. 1, 2. I'm going to gain an action. I am going to attack using my blue honor guard this time. Okay, I'm going to play this one.
So you're using the blue honor card?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. All right.
All right, and then we'll flip them over. So here we have 4 to 2. You're defending, so you have an immediate where if the opponent fighter is a hero, you cancel the effects. It's not a hero, which is fine. I also have an immediate where I cancel your effects, so your after combat will not take place.
No.
Okay, so yeah, so you don't have to worry about that.
That was like my only reason for playing.
Oh, because if you're adjacent,
I would have dealt 1 damage.
Oh, yeah. Well, that doesn't happen. So it's 4 to 2, but remember they get a +1 for being in the zone, so it's actually a 5 to do. So you take 3 more damage.
This is gonna be a quick game.
Hey, that means it's a quick video. People love that, right? Then after combat, yours doesn't trigger. Mine is that I can move my fighter up to 2 spaces. I actually very much enjoy where my fighter is, so I'm going to leave him where he's
I bet
at.
you do enjoy that.
I do. So then that was my second action, so now we are back to you.
Alright. Why don't you just leave my zone?
Why? I'm having fun in your zone.
Yeah,
This is
bet.
what I call the fun zone.
Don't look. Yeah, it's not the fun zone.
It's the fun zone.
Don't look at my cards.
I'm trying to be like, this is my castle. You leave.
No. Gladly, I'll leave.
Okay. What else you got in there for me? Huh? Huh?
Okay.
Huh?
Hold on. Poop.
You can run.
This is...
You can if you want. I wouldn't advise it, but you can run if you're scared.
No. All right. How about this?
What? How about this? How about that?
I'm gonna attack.
Catch me outside. Who
So
you
I'm attacking.
Who you be attacking? You can attack any of them because you are ranged.
Yeah. Okay.
How about that?
Okay.
Come on.
I'm gonna
attack.
Yes, I'm attacking your
hero.
Yes.
Oda.
Yes.
Oh.
Oda.
All right, flip. Oh, you just knocked your guy over. You're dead. All right, it's a 3-1. You have an immediate though, where you can swap spaces with any adjacent fighter. So who do you want to swap spaces with? Oh, okay. So then it is a 3-1. I will take 2 damage. So I'm down to 7. And then after combat, it says if the opposing fighter is flanked, which you are not now, so I do not get to recover 2 health, unfortunately.
Ooh.
You are dealing 1 damage to an adjacent fighter. So you're doing 1 damage to my blue honor guard, meaning that he goes down to 5. All right. And that was your...
That was first.
First action?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your second action going to be? Oh my gosh.
My arms are too short.
You need to get them up in the air.
Okay. I'm gonna maneuver.
Oh, why are you gonna leave? Don't leave the fun zone.
I don't like this fun zone party.
Did you just go in a circle?
Hold on. I don't like I said, I don't like this map. Okay. Let's go 1, 2.
Okay. Here we go. Oh.
Sorry.
All right. My first action is going to be to scheme. So I'm going to use reinforcing again, where I choose 2 different ones. I am going to draw 2 cards for one of those options. And my second option is going to be that each of my friendlies recover a health. So I'm going to go back up to 8 on Oda, and my blue will go back up to full health. So that's good. So that's my first action. Second action is going to be to maneuver. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 1 over here, and then he is going to go 1, 2 there. And then that was my second action. So it's back to you.
Okay. All right, interesting. Let's see. All right, I'm attacking your blue guard.
Okay, blue guard getting attacked.
Yep.
Okay, flip. 4-2. So he's going to take 2 damage. So I'm glad I just healed him a little bit. So he's down to 4. And then after combat, I draw 1 card and then move each of my fighters up to 2 spaces. So I draw 1 card. I get to move each of my fighters up to 2 spaces. 1, 2, 1, 2. And let's see here. I'm going to move him there for funsies. Okay? And then your after combat is that if you are adjacent to the opposing fighter, which you're not now, you can discard a card to put this card back. Okay, so he's not adjacent anymore since he moved, so gone. So then you have a second action, which is going to be what?
Well, you know what? I'm maneuvering.
Okay.
Because you is not flanking me.
Okay. All done?
Yep.
Okay, I am going to maneuver. So I'm going to boost it. So I'm going to play. What do I want to do here? I'm going to boost it with this so I get a 3 movement. So 1, 2, 3. Another 1, 2, 3. So then for my second action, I am going to attack using my red honor guard.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll play that there.
Okay. Oh.
And we'll flip. Okay, it's a 2 to 3. I have a during combat that if the opposing fighter is flanked, then I ignore the value of the opponent's card. He is flanked, or she is flanked, so it is a 0. And they get +1, so it's 2 + 1 because they're in his zone. He's in red, so it's a 3. So you're down to 5. And then after combat, yours is that you draw a card. And then if you lost the combat, you look at your opponent's hand and choose a card for them to discard. Okay. Ooh, there's a couple good ones in there.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
All right, wait. Hold on. Okay.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay. All right, and that was my second action, so now it's your turn.
Okay. All right. I am... farts. Okay. I'm gonna... I don't like this, because I know what you have.
That's true. You do know what I have.
Okay. Let's... Okay. I'm gonna maneuver.
Okay.
But I'm gonna stay there.
It's a good idea.
And I'll have to stay there. But I'm going to target your blue.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Attacking.
Go ahead. Flip it. A 7. So this can only...
It's if they're adjacent.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sure it can't be just a hero? That's unfortunate.
Nope.
And you have to play it face up, so you don't play it face down.
Oh.
Alright, so you're dealing 7 to blue, so the blue is going to die.
Yep.
So,
Deceased.
he's out. Blue is gone. And then your turn is immediately over. So, I am going to maneuver. 1, 2. And then I am going to... Do I want to keep him there or not? I think I do. I'm going to maneuver again and move him up here. And let you make the next call. So I maneuver twice. Back to you.
Okay. All right, let's okay. All right.
I think I forgot to add one to some of my defenses early on in the match, but that's okay.
All right, I'm attacking your hero.
My hero?
Yeah.
How could you? Okay, flip. Okay, it's a 3 to a 2. Immediately, you can swap spaces with an adjacent fighter. Do you want to swap spaces with an adjacent fighter?
No.
Okay. Oh, also, I have immediately where I can swap spaces with an adjacent fighter. Why not? If I do, then the other fighter is now the defender. So you're actually fighting the red guy. So it's 2 to 3. And since he's the one defending, he gets +1 because he's in his defense. So it's 3 to 3. So you deal no damage. Then after combat, I deal 1 damage to the opposing fighter. So you take 1 damage.
And you do too.
And then you deal 1 damage to an adjacent fighter. Which one? Either one's adjacent. The hero? Okay. Okay. And that was your first or second action?
That was first.
Okay. Back to you. Numero 2.
All right. Maneuver.
Oh, you're going to run away. 1, 2.
And I might boost it.
Oh, she might be boosting it.
All right. I'll boost it with this and move another one.
Okay. All right, my turn. I am going to maneuver. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we are going to attack using my hero.
You maneuvered, now you're attacking?
Yep, second action.
Okay. All right.
Ready? Flip. It's a 5 to a 3. Immediately, you cannot leave your space for the rest of the turn. Okay. So it's 5 to 3. So you take 2 damage. So you're down to 2. And then after combat, yours is if the opposing fighter is adjacent, I have to discard a card. I'll discard this one. And then mine is after combat, I draw a number of cards equal to the amount of combat damage that I dealt. So I dealt 2, I get to draw 2. 1, 2. All right, and that was my second action. So now back to you.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna attack your hero.
Attacking my hero. Okay. Look. It's a 4 to 2. So I'm going to take 2. So I'm down to 5.
Yeah.
And then after combat, I draw a card, and then I can move each of my fighters up to 2 spaces. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and then I'll just do him. So then you get to, if you won, which you did, you can move one of the fighters in the combat up to 2. So either my guy or your guy.
I will go 1.
Why you run
2.
away?
I'm not letting you kill me that easily. All right,
Okay.
and then my second action, I'm gonna maneuver and.
Why you run?
Cause I want you to have to work to come get me.
I'm gonna get you. Okay.
All right.
All right, my turn. Oh, can I get to you?
How bad? Do you want
That's
to
the
get
thing.
there?
That's the thing. I want to get there. I want to get there real bad. I'm going to maneuver. And I'm going to boost it using this so I can move 5. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or I could go there. It doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, crap.
So that you are flanked. And then my red honor guard is going to attack you.
All right.
Let me make sure. Okay. Flip. So it's a 2 to 3. He does not get the +1 because he's not in my zone. However, I do have a during combat which says if the opposing fighter is flanked, which you are, I ignore the value of your card. So it's a 0. So you take 2 damage, and that's the end of that.
Oh, man.
Down goes Tome Gozen. Okay? So that is going to be the end of this battle. Good game. Let's go back up top and talk about these two characters. Right, so that's going to do it for our playthrough of Unmatched Sun's Origins. Now we're going to talk a little bit about these two characters, Oda and Tomei. Sorry. I'm sure I'll hear
We'll go
it.
with Tomei.
Sure. But the samurai set, okay?
Tomo.
So this is a set that is in my opinion really unique. You have one melee that I believe the focus is mainly on your hero being support for your sidekicks, which is an interesting take because I don't believe other characters have, maybe to a certain extent, but more so like this is a melee, like I'm going to get up there with you and support you and be there as like your commander in combat, and that's going to be Oda. Because he's giving those +1 to all of the combat cards that they play, which is really nice. I might have missed that maybe in the beginning when I played defense with a couple guys, but maybe not. But anyway, the hero really kind of depends on those honor guards and is a support there. So I think it's a really fun character to play. There's some interesting things to, just placement is a big deal because you want to make sure that you're in the zones and the same zones as them. To help them out. But the moment like one of those honor guards get taken out, you can really be in a difficult situation. So I think the way to play against him is to really target those honor guards and knock them out early if you can, because then it'll be harder for them to flank. And a lot of the cards are going to be based on this new concept of flanking. And really plays a lot of benefits. I mean, ignoring an opponent's card, that's big. Like, you're getting some big cancel effects cards in there with his deck. Even being able to heal. He has cards that heal if they're flanked, that kind of thing as well. So, being able to get rid of one of those sidekicks, because they each have 6 health, which is a decent amount, but not out. Obviously, you could potentially one-shot one of them with your, with Gozen's that 7 attack that they have, right? And so I really like that character. Gozen being very ranged, but does have a lot of cards which like, hey, you need to be adjacent to them and you can hit really hard. So it's like almost like I want to be short range because I want you in my zone, even though but I also kind of want you close. I don't want you to run away because if you run away from me, then you're going to take damage.
Well, and it's a huge struggle with that because I feel like she is a very unique character in that way of like, you're ranged, but you're not. I mean, there are a lot of cards that want you to be adjacent. So the benefits only come if you're adjacent. So it's like you have to really, you can't be too far away and try. And I felt like when we played, I could kind of keep my distance, but for the most part, I had to stay close to you because that's the only way my cards would work, and they would have like max benefits is if you were adjacent.
Right. And so usually in Unmatched, when you played a ranged character, it's usually like, oh, I'm going to shoot you and then I'm going to run away. Here, with her, you want to be in the zone and you're like being aggressive as a ranged fighter and putting that pressure on and hoping to get them to retreat so then they take more damage. So you're trying to like pin them in a corner, or not only am I barraging you with stuff and maybe it's harder for you to get to me because I'm ranged and you're melee, but if you try to run away, it's like I'm shooting you in the back because you're going to take a damage just for leaving. Now that's obviously for the heroes, which plays an interesting role because Oda, if you're just looking at this pack in general, he wants to be in the same zone as his sidekicks. So he has to get in there, but if he ever runs out, he's going to take that damage. So I like that give and take between these two characters. Again, I think Restoration Games just continues to show the versatility of this Unmatched system of characters that they can come out with without even really adding a whole lot of stuff. Just a turn here or there that changes things up, but characters feel very different from the other
flanking is different, or the flanking is different, right?
There's been adjacency bonuses, but now this is like flaking.
This
is a main thing with
yeah,
Oda.
and I feel like that makes him a tough competitor, because if he does have both of his guards, like, you really have to be strategic on where you're going. Because the flanking, like, that can really harm you.
Yeah, it can get it's really cool. I like that idea. It gets you in that mentality of, oh, I care more, because a lot of times sidekicks have been more of like a meat shield. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, you just get in there, stay in front of me so that I can deal some damage, you take the hits. Mm-hmm. Whereas now it's like, no, I want to get in there, maybe even I'll take the hits. Even though if I die, I automatically lose, but I'll take some hits so that you stay alive and get this benefit and can help with the flanking and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, Tomei has this really hard-hitting 7 attack, which is huge. So you have to always be aware of that. Granted, you're always going to be looking at that card to come probably on the second action. Mm-hmm. So people are going to be thinking, okay, I know that card's going to automatically end your turn. Most likely you're going to try to play it second. A lot of people aren't going to forego that second action to play it first, right? So that's a really interesting one. She has a lot of discards, like she can make your opponent's discard card you can choose. So that's a really cool thing with her. But overall, I think it's a pretty good, and she deals a lot of damage if she's adjacent to you. Yeah. So it's really interesting.
Or like she could swap spaces with you if she's adjacent.
Right, yeah.
Too.
And so she can jump around and whatnot. But I really like that. She has some heals with her schemes. Mm-hmm. So does Oda, which is really good. There's some good healings in there. I didn't
get to her healings.
No, you did not this game. No. Yeah. So, but I think they're both very effective. I really like the there's a lot of cancels, I feel like, canceling of effects as well. Yeah. So, especially for Oda, I feel like, maybe even Tomo or Tomei. I'm going to mess that up sometimes.
Sorry.
But anyway, let's, we talked enough about the characters. I think we can go ahead and jump in. For this 2-character set, where do you land ranking-wise? How would you rate this set?
I think it's just okay, honestly. I didn't not like it, but I just thought it was okay. I didn't think it was one of my favorite sets or anything. So I'll probably rate it. I was gonna say probably a 6.5.
Oh really?
Yeah. I just thought it was just okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really like this 2-character set. I actually think this is my top 2 of the character sets that are only 2 characters. This is definitely, in my opinion, better than Bigfoot and Robin Hood. I like it better than Little Red and Beowulf. I think the only one that I like a little bit better than this is the Raptors and what's the guy's name? I can't remember. The engine guy. I can't remember his name for some reason. Shooter! That
Malcolm?
Guy.
No,
that was the T-Rex one. That was probably one of the lower ends.
Yeah, I can't
But anyway,
remember.
I would say this is my second favorite of the 2 character sets. I really like just the way that these play. You hate the map in this one.
Yeah, I hate it.
I love it. I think it's really interesting and intricate with the different layers and how some zones are split up. You have yellow on one side primarily, but there's one space over here that's also yellow.
It's just so it's like a maze of just
I love it.
You can't go this way, but you have to go this way. But it literally, if you get flanked by Oda, you're screwed. You have to try to figure out how to get away.
I don't know. I think it plays to both their strengths. I really like it. So for me, this is a really high, great quality. I give this a 9. This is a 9 set. I think that if you're looking for just a small set to get into it, I think this is one that you're going to be able to keep coming back to. I really enjoy it. So, Unmatched Sun Origins. That's our opinion. Take what you will from that. Let us know what you think about this set down in the comments, and we will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.